Hello guys, it's Amy with Lily Bean Designs. How is everyone doing today? Happy Monday. Welcome and come on in and tell me what you're doing and what's going on today. We are painting a fun patriotic door hanger today with a bicycle on it. So I'm super excited to share this with y'all. It is one of my favorite door hangers. I know I always say that. Y'all know I love door hangers. They're my favorite things to paint. They're my favorite files to make. I love doing door hangers. I'm hoping that I have enough of this gray paint because I'm running low, but I'll just have to lighten up some of the darker gray that I have. Okay, so if you're watching from a Facebook group, because I'm live in like 3 groups, make sure that you allow StreamYard to share your permissions so that I can see your name, because I already see someone commenting and I can't see your name. It just says Facebook user. So make sure you do that. You may have to hop out of the video and pop back in. Sometimes that makes a difference. But yeah, what's going on today, guys? Are y'all painting anything fun? So I wanted to, oh, by the way, this is Gray Sky by Deco Art that I'm using right now. I'm trying to get the last little bit of paint out of here because I want a lighter gray background on this shiplap round. So I wanted to talk with y'all a little bit today about my SVG Clubhouse. We are opening the doors tomorrow to new members. And we only open a few times a year. So it's always fun when we open the doors because you get bonus files. And if you, oh, my ring light's going crazy. It's like shaking. Am I flashing? I don't think I'm flashing on the screen. Hold on. I don't know why my ring light's doing that. It's like the light's flashing on it. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's not going to give anybody a seizure or anything. It's going nuts up there. It might drive me crazy. Comment and tell me if it looks like it's like a strobe light kind of thing. Monique says she's listening only at work right now. Are you going to do a live for the graduation door hanger too? Yes. Okay. So yes, Monique, that's I'm going to be live doing that one tomorrow. So let me explain this, guys. So this is one of the files for May in my Clubhouse. So each month, if you're a member, you get 4 new files. And this month's theme for May is a patriotic theme. So the members got 4 patriotic files. They got this one. They got a tiered tray set. They got a sign. I'm going to show you all pictures in a minute. They got a fireworks sign, and they got a shaker set. So the 4 files that you get each month, you always get a door hanger. You always get a shaker set. You get why am I drawing a blank? A tiered tray set. And then you get one other file that is like just something different. It could be like another door hanger. It could be something totally different. Gosh, we've done all kinds of things. We've done ornaments. We've done signs, like engraved signs. We've done shelf sitters. We've done all kinds of things. Cards, like Mother's Day cards. Yeah, so you get four files every month for being a member. And you also get 50% off all the files in my Etsy shop. So those are the 2 main perks. I have a little thing over here so I don't forget, because y'all know I can't talk and paint at the same time. You get marketing photos for all your projects. So you get all the blank photos and all the finished photos. You get access to our private Facebook group, and then you get a virtual paint party each month. So that's everything you get as a member. It's only $15 a month, and we have a new option. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get every little bit of paint out of here. We have a new annual option where when you pay for the year, you get 1 month for free. I'm just touching up over here where I didn't get a whole lot of paint. So anyway, so we're opening the doors tomorrow. If you want to join, click the link in this video description to get on the waiting list so that you'll be emailed when the doors open tomorrow. Make sure you're on the waiting list. So you get, not only do you get those 4 files though, you also get bonus files, because every time we open the doors to new members, I do bonus files. So there's 5 possible bonus files that you can get this week. So what Monique is talking about is one of the bonus files that you can get. So hold on, let me finish this backer and I'm going to show y'all pictures. You have to join on the first day we open, which is tomorrow, if you want all 5 bonus files. Those of y'all who are already in my club, your email will come in the morning. You will get all 5 files in your email, all the bonus files. You've already gotten the May files in your email, but you will get all of the bonus files tomorrow. I did post the graduation sign that she was talking about. I did post that to members in the group early, just that one bonus file, because people were asking for it. People had graduations coming up and they wanted that file early. So that's why I'm doing that one first. That will be, I will be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock to paint that sign so you guys can see what it looks like painted. Okay, I think my backer is done. So let me show you all some pictures here of what I'm talking about. I put a glove on because every time I paint a backer, it like really messy. All right, so for this month in the club, I think my mouse died. All right, hold on. For this month, we have got, let's see. Okay, so here are the 4 files. The one that I'm painting right now is one of them. So you'll see that painted when I get done. Then here's the tiered tray file that we're doing. So it's a patriotic theme. It's got the bicycle that matches the one that's going to go on here. The little rainbow sign and like a couple other pieces, a popsicle, an Uncle Sam gnome, and the little Let Freedom Ring lettering on there. So you get that one. And then you get this fireworks sign that says Old Glory Fireworks Company. And I've glittered pretty much all of these signs this month. I'm going to do some glitter on this one I'm painting for y'all today too. And then this is the shaker set, the little 4th of July shaker set with the firecracker and the popsicle. So you get that. Okay, so then those are the files that you get for the month. Okay, and this one that I'm painting now. And then tomorrow, if you join tomorrow, you get 5 bonus files. So let me show you those. This is the first one. Now here's how it works. The 5 bonus files, if you join, I'm like peeking, I need to peek around here so I can see y'all. If you join on the first day, which is tomorrow, you get all 5. But each day that goes by, we drop a bonus. So if you want this file that's on your screen, the graduation sign, then you need to join tomorrow, because that's the one that's going to go away after the first day. Okay, so this is the first one that's going to go away. Now, I don't have a picture of it, but behind the banner, what I do, y'all, each month in the group, the door hanger that I give y'all, I always cut it in half so that if you have a Glowforge with no pass-through or just like a small laser, you can still cut a full-size backer. So I hide the split somehow, either in like shiplap lines, or in this one, it's actually in behind that banner. So you can't see the split. Okay, but it is there. Now, I do also give you a full-size backer if you can cut a full-size backer. That's also always included if you have a big laser. Okay, the next day is going to be, what did I say the next day was? Okay, the next day is going to be our little shelf sitter set. So now the shelf doesn't come with it. That's actually a separate file in my Etsy shop. But I sell sets that go with it. And this little craft set is the file that's going to be the next day. Okay, so here's a better picture of it so you can see each of the pieces. And I'm going to be going live every day this week painting all of these sets, y'all. So I'll be live on Tuesdays is going to be the graduation sign. Wednesday is going to be this one. So Wednesday I'll be painting this one. Thursday I'm going to be painting, this is Thursday's file. So it's a hair bow, an earring holder, and it's got like a rainbow on the top. You can put a name on it, or I also have the words just be kind on there that you could put if you don't want to do a name. But you can personalize it with a name. The earrings go in the top. There's like a row for post earrings and then a row for dangly earrings. And then you can fit like scrunchies and hair bows and stuff like that. And then you use embroidery floss on the bottom to hang hair clips. All of these are Glowforge friendly. You can cut all of these with a Glowforge with no pass-through. The next day is our little Let's Eat cutting board. So we're going to do that one with the little plaid stripes. And then the last day that we offer a bonus is going to be Saturday. And it's going to be this kitchen sign. And the backer that I used, y'all, is whiteboard, and it's just scored. It's not engraved. So it doesn't take a super long time. You don't have to engrave it. If you join, so we're open until Sunday. So we open tomorrow. We close Sunday at midnight. If you join on Sunday, you can still join, but you don't get any bonuses. Okay, so if you want all of these bonuses, you have to join tomorrow, the first day, because each day that passes, a file goes away, a bonus goes away. But you always get the monthly files, the May files. All right, let me put this back on so I can see y'all's comments. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Laura says there's a discount. Buy the shelf with the discount. So yeah, the shelf that goes with that little craft set, you can use your 50% off code for being a member to get the shelf file for half off. And then Shabby Chic, Vintage Chicks. Do members get these new free 5 files that new members get? Yes. Existing members always get bonus files. Always, always. Okay, they'll be in your email tomorrow morning. But if you want that graduation one, I stuck it in the group early, in the Facebook group. There's a link. Just scroll down and you'll see it. Okay, I gave it to you early because everybody wanted it. So it's in there already. But the rest of the bonuses you'll get in your email tomorrow. So I'm giving you all a lot of information, and I'm talking very fast. My mother says I talk too fast. All right, let me set this over here. And we're going to do some polka dots on that. Well, actually, we could probably go ahead and do the polka dots. Let's do that. Here comes my puppy dog. He's coming in here to hang out with us. All right, let me do the polka dots so we can have this backer like totally dry when we need it. So we're just doing like a tone on tone polka dot. So light gray with a little bit of a darker gray polka dot. And I think I might have to darken this up. This is slate gray. I think I put a little bit of black in this when I painted it the first time. Yeah, because that's not going to show up, I don't think. Let me put a little drop of black in there. A little bit, a little more than a drop. Let me see if I can get that, if that's not going to be too dark. I'm always running out of gray. I need to go to Hobby Lobby anyway, because I need to get a gift card and I need to get some more gray shades of paint. Okay, I'm looking over here to see if that's too dark. That might be a little bit too dark. Let me, do I add white? Do I add more gray? I'm actually low on white. I have other white, but I don't have a lot of the Deco Art white. Lighten that back up. What is the weather like where y'all are today? Is it nice out? Is really pretty outside today? All right, I hope that's not too dark. We shall see. I don't want it too busy on the background. Where's my sponge thingy? All right, so we're gonna do, I have this sponge, little sponge pouncer here. I'm just dabbing it in, and then, here, I'll show you, I can lay it up here. And then I just kind of do this, just to make sure I don't have too much or too little on any part of the sponge. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and, is it a tad hot today? And I'm making like triangles. So I do 2 dots and then I go where normally where like a triangle would be. So dot, dot, and then I'm like right here to make a triangle. Does that make sense? And that kind of helps evenly space my polka dots out. And then you always want to go off just a little bit on some because it looks weird if you don't. It doesn't look like a true pattern, which makes a mess on my table. And I'm going to wipe that off because I just put a fresh piece of contact paper on my table. So my background wouldn't be like gross for y'all. Where's my baby wipes? I'm going to be OCD and I'm going to try to keep my background clean as I go. Because I think it looks so pretty and I don't want it to be messy like the last one. Okay. I could put a piece of paper under there when I do my polka dots. I should do that. These are a little darker than I envisioned. I've painted this door hanger already for my group. Here's a piece of paper. Surely I have a piece of paper in here. Here's some cardstock. I should not use good cardstock for this, but I never really use my cardstock anymore. I don't do much paper crafting anymore. Okay, that's probably good. So for the backer for this one, if you have a Glowforge, this file, like I said, it includes a version that is split in the middle, but it's hidden in a shiplap line. And then I have an attachment piece that goes on the back that you glue on to hold it together. I'm missing y'all's comments. All right, so I think that is good for our backer. I'll put that over here. And then I always put a hole, excuse me, y'all. I always put holes in the backers for hanging, like the 2 holes at the top. And they're optional. Like you can just tell your machine to ignore them if you don't want them. All right. So now let's do our attachment pieces. So you can do all my backers. I always cut 1/4 inch maple for my backers. And then, oh, you know what, y'all, I'm going to stop including YouTube in my, in my broadcast because somebody always spams like weird stuff in the comments. Y'all probably can't even see it if you're watching from Facebook, but yeah, someone has put a weird, gross comment in there. Hopefully y'all can't see it. There goes everybody to YouTube to go check it out, right? The weird thing is YouTube deletes it before I even see it. Like I've panicked before because all of a sudden I'm getting stuff on YouTube, these weird comments popping up during my lives, and I hop over to YouTube and they're not there. They're already gone. It's weird. It must be something between StreamYard and YouTube. So I like to paint my letters with a paint pen because I'm messy. So I probably should use paint so I don't use up so much ink since this is a big word, but I'm not. Y'all know I'm messy. I'm a messy painter. So this is the color Sky Blue Posca pen. I love my Posca pens. Me too. Make it inkier. There we go. That's inkier. Okay, so let's talk about what shows y'all are watching. We always talk about shows. So is anybody watching anything good lately? I feel like they're in a rut because Yellowstone's off. 1883 is off. I'm not caught up on This Is Us, so no spoilers. I didn't get to watch it last week. But I plan to get caught up on Wednesday night when I get together with my girlfriends and we do our girls' night and watch our shows. Oh, Laura, do you think so? The cap isn't the true color? I've only noticed that I really think I've only had that happen with one of mine. I have like a weird shade of green that is not that color at all. When I try to paint with it, it's like brown. But all the rest of them I feel like have been pretty accurate. I'm going to just do a little bit more of a coat down here because I feel like my ink wasn't coming out very good when I first started painting this word. So we got, my husband and I got tickets to go to the premiere night for Top Gun. Has anybody gotten tickets to see Top Gun yet? The sequel? It's a sequel, right? It's not a remake. I think it's a sequel. I don't know that much about it, but I know I love the original one. So I'm excited. All right, I think that's good because I got a lot of ink on this other part. So I think we're good. Okay, so there we go on that. And what are we going to do next? Let's do our bike. So our bike is red. And I don't actually have, well, maybe I could use a Posca pen for this. I don't know. Let me see. I can't remember if I used a Posca pen when I first painted this one or not. Does anybody else not like the red Posca? I like the dark red, but the red, I'm not a fan. So I think I'm going to use the darker red one. But the darker red is almost like too dark. Maybe if I did a coat of the lighter over the dark, I wonder if that would do anything. So I kind of want this to be like a true red, but the red one is too orangey looking to me. You want to see, I was thinking, what does she want to see? You want to see Top Gun? Yeah, I'm excited. So we're going to Cinebistro. Does anybody have a Cinebistro? Or like some like a Cinebistro near them? So it's like the one where you order dinner, and it's got the nice comfy chairs, and it's really nice. I honestly, I feel like maybe I'm just like, maybe it's my age, but I hate the regular movie theater. I love Cinebistro. It's really like, I'm kind of getting to be a movie theater snob. Like I told my husband, I'm like, I really don't have any desire to go to the movies unless it's Cinebistro or the drive-in. I love the drive-in. We have an awesome drive-in movie theater near us. It's so much fun. I love to do that when the weather's nice. All right, let me try regular red over top and just see if maybe that lightens it up a little bit. Lori, do you like the dark one better? I don't know. This might actually work, y'all. I think this is my solution because this is the perfect red and it's not too orange, but it's also not too dark. Yay. Who knew, right? This is kind of like I feel like it's like a cranberry color maybe with the dark and then the light on top. Or maybe this is more of a strawberry. I think the darker one is a cranberry and this is more of a strawberry. Ooh, uh-oh. Y'all see this? Do y'all see what's happened? See, now I just got too much ink coming out and it's looking too light. I shouldn't have pumped my pen. Let me do this. There we go. It's too inky. I'm going to have to wipe it off. Darn it. I had the perfect thing going there and I pumped my pen. Dang it. That's okay. This is fixing it, but it's making a mess on my table. And I'm wasting ink. Oh, well. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're live, right? It kind of blends it a little bit. That is a completely different color. That's crazy. There we go. I think that works. All right, y'all help me keep my background clean. Oh, it's already not coming off. Oh, no. I need a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. This is supposed to be wipeable contact paper. Y'all, does that look wipeable to you? You probably can't even see it on camera. I can see it. It's supposed to be wipeable, and it is not. All right, I need black ink. Oh, hand sanitizer gets it off. That's right. You know what? You told me that before. I had some hand sanitizer on my desk for a while. I think somebody used it. Oh, you know what? I think it's in the garage. Because you know what else hand sanitizer does is it gets the flash off of your wood. Like I don't use denatured alcohol. I use hand sanitizer because it's gel. You know, it's not runny. And I just think it's easier. It doesn't like get everywhere. That's what I do. Okay, this one is a kind of a pain to paint. I'm trying to remember how I did it last time. I think I did a complete coat of white first. Yes, that is what I did. All right. But I've used up this whole plate. Where can I put it? I think it came out pretty good too. It brightened it up a little bit, just enough. Put glass over my table. You use silicone mats. Oh, okay. That's true. I could put a piece of glass on top of it. Or do you think, would acrylic work? I have some acrylic out in the garage. What do you think of acrylic? Would that be like clear enough, or would it end up getting hazy when I wiped it? I don't know. I don't work with acrylic very much. I have it out there because I made a light for my son for Christmas. It's actually sitting right over here. I should show you all that. I don't sell the file for it because it's the school logo, but I just made it for him. I'll show it to you in a minute. That's why I had some acrylic. All right, I'm gonna let that dry because that brightens up the colors when I do the red and blue on the flag. Hold on, I don't know if I have batteries for it though. It plugs in. Let me think where the plug is. I might have to show it to y'all tomorrow because I want it to light up. It's like one of those little light up, like the acrylic thing, and it sits on a base. But I need batteries for it, or I need the plug for it. So I will show y'all that tomorrow. It's really, really cute. All right, let me think. Black. Do I want to use paint? I think I'm going to use paint for the tires. You use silicone mats too, the extra large kitchen ones. That's a good idea. I need to get some of those. So the mats are clear, the silicone mats. I'm afraid to cut acrylic. It is really stinky to cut. Yes, Jennifer, it is stinky. I'm sorry to tell you, sweetie, it is stinky. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't like breathing it because it kind of worries me. So if I'm cutting it, I just I don't stay in the room. Like my big laser is in my garage. Um, so if it's not like raining or freezing cold or anything, I'll open my garage door. Um, because I mean, I have, of course I have my laser vented, but that smell, you really need your door or your window open or something to ventilate. But yeah, I don't smelling that. I can't imagine that it's good for you to breathe. So I don't cut a lot of acrylic. And I don't think I'd want it in my house. I mean, I know some of y'all probably have a Glowforge like in your house and you cut acrylic with it. So if you do, comment and tell us, like, what do you do about the smell? I know some people have an air purifier, but I'm not sure how much that would really help with that really strong acrylic smell. I made my daughter a light too for her room. I'll have to get hers. I'll get both of them and I'll show y'all tomorrow. Because I think she has her plug is in her room for hers. I don't know where my son's plug is. They're either battery powered with a little remote or you can plug them in. And you can get the bases on Amazon. But hers is a cat. It's when you go to a sushi restaurant, they have the little cat statues everywhere where the cat has his little paw up like that. She wanted that one. They come in different colors. Mine is clear, but it's more of a frost. Oh, okay. I got you. Green, pink, and blue. I got you. I want an air filter, but I don't want a Glowforge air filter. So Jennifer, I didn't mean I did the Glowforge air filter where you don't put it out your window. Is that what you're talking about? I don't mean that. I've heard that does not work very well and that it's expensive to get the replacement filters for it. Is that correct? I just vent mine out my window and my big laser it has a vent out my garage wall. Like I had a vent installed professionally and it blows everything out. My Glowforge, I just cut a piece of wood with my big laser that had a hole in it that the Glowforge, what is it called? Not the tube, the hose that the hose fits out of, and it just fits perfectly in my window. So that's what I did. Yeah, a regular room air purifier. That's what I meant. Like those ones you can buy online that are just like, I don't really know how they work. But they apparently I think they help with the wood smell significantly, but I just can't imagine anything can really tackle that acrylic smell because it was really strong when I did it. If I did it in my house, I'd want to have my window open and like have a fan blowing the air out the window. All right, so there's our tires. And then we're going to do our little pedal. And I'll just use a Posca pen for that. So this is our little pedal on the bike. Why don't I tape it down? Do you mean my pieces? I just don't feel the need to tape it down. I don't know. I just never do that. If I have a lot of little letters, I tape them down. But I don't have a lot of little letters with this. All right, so there's stars. There's 4 stars that come with this file, but I lost one. It's probably like on the floor somewhere, but anyway, so I'm going to paint 3, but there are 4 in this file. And I'm going to do, let's see what colors, 2 blue and 1 red. Yeah, sometimes I'll tape them down if I have a bunch of little letters. I'm going to grab my other light red, like my other regular red, which is it's a fine tip, and I'm not going to prime it, and I'm just going to go over this dark. And that way it won't squirt out all that like lighter color ink. I didn't even think about that last time. Okay, there's that one. Now for my flag, so let me see if I have I do. I have a fine tip. So this is a fine tip dark red. And I really need to be able to see y'all. There's like a bad shadow. Here we go. My chair is doing its thing and making all this noise. So annoying. So the lines are scored on this little flag. The lines, the stars and the stripes are scored on here. You live in Arizona, you can't have Microforge. Oh yeah, you couldn't have your Glowforge in your garage in Arizona. I'm sure that would be way too hot. I'm concerned with the smell if I start cutting acrylic. I do have an aerator mask. Yeah, I would wear a mask if you're going to cut a lot of acrylic. But yeah, it is a pretty strong smell. I don't know if anybody knows of like a type of acrylic that doesn't have a strong odor, maybe. Is there such a thing? I just don't know that much about acrylic. I got outside the lines a little bit on this one, so I'm trying to compensate here. So that stripe's going to look a little thick, but oh well. Sorry, y'all know I get quiet when I'm painting like fine detail work. Okay, and I'm just going to go back over that with the lighter red to brighten it up a little bit. Just to give it a pop. I'm going to try to thin that stripe back out with some white here in a minute. Okay, so who's going to see Downton Abbey? Do we have any Downton Abbey fans in the crowd? I love Downton Abbey. I cannot wait. And okay, so this one, let's see. So I need to paint the background of this little part up here blue. So I'm going to brighten up my stars with a little more white. So they'll show through nice and bright. And then I meant to paint the bottom of this flag black. So I'm going to do that. sorry if y'all can hear my stomach growling. It is lunchtime. At least here in Virginia it is. I made the mistake of eating breakfast because when I eat breakfast, I'm hungrier all day long. And my husband left a box of cereal on the counter, and it was calling to me. It was speaking to me. I had to have some Special K red berries. So now I'm starving. And y'all, I ordered my Instacart groceries. Y'all know I love Instacart. And all I wanted was a pot roast. I wanted to just make pot roast for dinner so I could stick it in the pot and go to my dentist appointment this afternoon. And when I got home, it would be done. And so I ordered Instacart, and the pot roast made it into my order, but it didn't arrive on my doorstep. So I know that it wasn't like unavailable, like it showed that he purchased it, the Instacart shopper purchased it, but then when he delivered my groceries, it was nowhere to be found. And I went out right away and got him. It was not stolen. I did not have a stolen pot roast on my porch. So I had to oh, this is of course bleeding into the red. Of course it is. Why did I think that wouldn't happen? So I had to hit the little help thing on Instacart and say, I didn't get my pot roast. But I tried to chat with them. I tried to be like, hey, come back. Is it in your trunk? But he did not respond. Shoot, this is making pink on my flag. Daggone it. All right, well, here's my flag. It's not the best flag ever, but here it is. Maybe we can touch it up with a brush here in a minute. We need a tiny little brush to do that, though. So let's do our basket. And this is the little basket that holds the flowers on the front of the bike. So I'm just using a brown paint pen for that. So now I don't know what I'm fixing for supper. I guess I'll have to go to the store. I have so much to do today, and I didn't want to go to the store. I did a little brown there's like a little stripe on the top of the basket. So I just did like a darker shade of brown on that. Oh, Deetra, you had fun painting yours. I'm so glad. Oh, you're so sweet. I am a nurse, Jennifer, but actually I'm not currently working as a nurse. I'm just doing my laser business. I'm loving it. But thank you for wishing me happy Nurses Week. That's very sweet. Yes, I was a labor and delivery nurse for a very long time. Okay, we need some green. So this is Hauser. No, this is aloe. Hauser green. I think I need Hauser light green. Hauser light green is what I think I'm going to use. Uh-oh. Laura says she lost. She always calls me on this thing. She catches me first. Oh, gracious. This thing. Why? Why do you do this, phone? It's haunted. The phone is haunted, y'all. Laura, was that 45 minutes? It's usually right at 45 minutes. Don't ask why. We don't know. Nobody knows. Ooh, whoops. There we go. There we are. We're back. Okay. Weirdness. Weird things. You know, we have a 45 minutes. Yep. She says, yep. So we have We have this noise, y'all, in our house that we've had ever since, I think ever since we've lived here. There's this loud thump. Have I ever talked about this during my lives? I can't remember. I think it's usually when it rains, and it sounds like something is like banging against this wall right behind me. This is the outside wall of my house. Right here is the end of my house. I'm in my dining room, is technically what this room is supposed to be. So every once in a while, when it's been raining, I think is when it usually seems to happen. It's just all of a sudden like thump, like is really loud, like really loud. It's a big thump. And at first I was like the only person who was here when it happened. Every time. My kids would be at school, my husband would be at work, and I was like, what is that? And I would tell everybody and they'd be like, we don't know what you're talking about, Mom. We don't know. And my husband has heard it now. He's heard it multiple times. And we just look at each other and laugh. We're like, we don't know. The house settling. It's just so strange. We don't know why it does that. We've been in this house for 20 years and we have no idea. You painted yours this weekend. Oh, you're a home health nurse. Awesome. Happy Nurses Week to you, Monique. It took me 10 years to be able to leave my regular job and do my laser business full time. I did vinyl for a very long time. I sold t-shirts and tote bags, wine glasses. Having a laser has enabled me to really grow my business. I'm so thankful for it. It is busy, busy, busy though. I will tell you, there's a meme out there that I saw that said something about, I've always dreamed about leaving my full-time job and taking on my side hustle full-time or starting my own business. And now I work all the time. It's like, it really is. It's unending. You will work on the weekends. You will at least answer some emails and, do a little social media stuff. I'm always checking Facebook. I don't like having to be on social media all the time. But that's just the 80s girl in me. I didn't grow up with a phone in my hand, and I don't love that. It's not a good habit. I don't love it, but it's part of having an online business these days, Some of it is fun and creative, certainly. Instagram has been really fun. I did not know how to really do Instagram until this year. Now, y'all probably, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably notice that I have spurts of things on Instagram because sometimes I have time to do things on Instagram and just sometimes I just don't. I would love to be one of those people who could do Instagram stories all day long, but I don't know how people have time for that, to just fill up their stories all day long. It's very time consuming. Sometimes I'll knock out a bunch of reels and post them, and those are fun. But yeah, it's just, I know some people have like social media assistants. Yes, I'm using StreamYard. I can't see your name. It's not letting me, it just says Facebook user, whoever's asking me if I'm using StreamYard. Tony says she works every day of the week too. It's true. You do when you own your own business. You work every day. Oh, I think that was supposed to be green behind there. I've got some more green behind there that I forgot to do. I need that little teeny brush. I have a little, here it is, tiny brush. So is anybody with me in that there are not enough good Posca pen colors for greenery, for like leaves and foliage? I don't love the Posca greens. So I always have to get a brush out for those. Okay, I'm looking at my example hanging over there on the wall to see what colors to do. I think I did a little darker blue on that one, actually. on some parts of it. And then this one needs to be blue, actually. Okay. I just heard one of those thumps, but it actually came from over there. But I think that was the water pipes. I think my daughter's in the shower. And but it sounds like kind of like that. It's like a thump. I'm sure y'all didn't hear it. But the one behind me, when it happens, it's a lot louder. And this is not an old house. We bought it brand new. So I'd like to think it's not haunted. If you believe in such things. I'm not sure if I do or not. I like to watch shows about haunted houses, but I'm not sure. Did you hear it, Laura? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, that came from over there. All right. I guess I'll do I'm committed with the light red, dark red thing. I'm committed. So we're going to do the dark red, and then we're going to go over it with the light red. And I'm using my fine tip markers, y'all. Yeah, it sounds just like that noise when it happens, but it's louder. Okay, so no Downton Abbey people. Did I see any Downton Abbey people? I can't wait, y'all. I want to go back and watch like the series again to remember everything. It was such a good series. And the funny thing is, I told my husband, I said, everything I know about um, early 19th century, like history, I learned from Downton Abbey. I shouldn't say that out loud because that is embarrassing. I was never a history person in school. I just wasn't interested. I just didn't really try. I did fine. I got, I passed. I probably got a B. But I couldn't have told you before I watched Downton Abbey when people first got refrigeration or indoor heating. What else? What else was in that show? When we moved from like horse-drawn carriages to cars, I kind of knew like about when, but it was just really interesting to me. The transition and all the changes that happened during their lifetime, just in the short time that the show was on. Those are pretty significant changes in life. Of course, they'd probably say the same thing about our cell phones, carrying a computer around in our pocket all the time, or having a computer at all, honestly. We've had some pretty significant changes in my lifetime, at least, too. But I just thought it was fascinating. I'm going to need another coat of white on there. And then we're going to need some little accents. I'm looking over here at my other door hanger. I do too. Deetra, do you know other shows? Like, are there other shows when you say you like others like it? Are there other shows out there that I should watch if I like Downton Abbey? Like, if you like Downton Abbey, you'd probably like this. I need to know. I need more like Downton Abbey kind of shows. All right, I'm trying to decide what to do next because I'm going to glitter. I think I need another... No, I need some printer paper. That's what I need. Let me grab some printer paper so I can glitter these fireworks. They look very pretty glittered. And y'all know I love glitter. I'm going to do one for red and one for blue. And I'll show y'all what I do with the paper here in a minute. Let me get my glitter out. Okay, so this is my big old pack of glitter that I got on Amazon, and it's lasting me a very long time, honestly. There's tons of colors. All right, so thinking maybe that blue, and maybe this blue. This is a blue. All right, maybe we'll do that blue. And the last time I made this door hanger, I thought it was red, but then in the light it kind of looked pink. So I think this one's red. Yeah, let me use that. Okay. All right, the big one in the middle, this is the big firework. We're going to do blue. Now, you can't paint with a paint pen if you're going to glitter because it's not going to be wet enough. So I'm going to grab the closest blue that I have to the shade of glitter that I'm using. Oh, is it Bridgerton? Yeah, Bridgerton. I've heard about that one. I have not watched Bridgerton yet. I'm going to have to check that out. Are you getting my questions? Okay, whoever said are you getting my questions? I don't see any other comments from you. Let me scroll up. I can't see your name. Oh, did you ask, am I using StreamYard? Yes, I'm using StreamYard. But yeah, it won't let me see your name. If you're watching from a Facebook group, you may have to give StreamYard permission to share your profile. It'll ask you the little question. You have to answer yes, or else all it says is Facebook user. It doesn't let me see who you are. You can also hop over to my Facebook page, Lulu Bean Designs on Facebook. And, oh, Dietrich says that's Matt. I wonder how you can see his name and I can't. Huh, that's weird. Okay, sorry. Hey, Matt. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. But y'all, if you are having trouble with StreamYard showing your name, just go to my Facebook page instead of watching in a group. Because when you're watching in a group, like the groups that I have that I broadcast to are my makers group and Glowforge file sharers. And then today I'm also in my SVG Clubhouse group. So if you leave the group and you go over to Lulu Bee Designs on Facebook and watch from my page, then that issue goes away. It's only because you're watching from a group that StreamYard has that issue. It's some kind of permissions thing between StreamYard and Facebook with private groups. And that's for anybody that, if you have that problem anywhere else on Facebook, if you just go to their page, if they're broadcasting from their page, then it will fix your issue and they'll see your name. All right, I'm making sure that I have plenty of paint on here so my glitter will stick. And then I'm just going to quickly, while it's still wet, glitter my firework. And if you dump all the glitter out of your little tube, do not fret. It's going to go in there. I used like almost probably half the glitter at least. All right, so then I'm just going to shake off my excess. And then I can see there's like just some spots where it didn't stick. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to end up getting a little glitter on my brush, but I'm not worried about it. I can always grab another brush. And rinse this one off. Okay, so that glittered pretty well. Just tap and get the excess off of there. How pretty is that? It's so sparkly. Why is Laura's comment popped up? I'm sorry, Laura. I don't mind that your comments popped up. It's just funny. I think I must have hit something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might have hit something and made that pop up. Maybe my mouse, because my mouse batteries are dying, but maybe they're not totally dead. I'm sorry. I don't know why that popped up. Is this the boho calligraphy font? So, Jeff, you're in the clubhouse, right? I don't remember the font off the top of my head, but if you are in the clubhouse and if you have this file, then you're definitely in the clubhouse. Then it's on your supply list. I always put the fonts. That's another thing that I did not mention, y'all. When you join the group, for all the files, all of the monthly files, you get a supply list with links to all the supplies used. It has the paint colors, and it has the fonts. So the font is on your supply list if you're in my club. Okay, so I'm just tapping that back in there, and I've hardly used any of my glitter. My glitter is pretty much full, you can see. So it just, the little tiny tubes of glitter last a long time. Okay, I'm gonna get this off here. You're still gonna get glitter everywhere because that's just the essence of glitter. All right, so now I'm gonna cap this because I've learned my lesson and knocked it over on my workspace. And you are very welcome. Yeah, Laura was like, whoa, why is my comment up there? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why it popped up. Okay, so we're going to do the other ones in red. So here, I'll just get this. I'll get that ready, get my red ready. And okay, so the only red that I have right now is, because I've run out of my regular red. I have like dark red. Because remember I said you need paint because you have to have a nice thick coat. So this is one of the, it's messy, but it's one of the Behr samples. This is from like 2 or 3 years ago, y'all. This is one of the samples you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot at the paint section. So you can have them custom mix your colors, and you get, I think these are like $3. Are they still like $3, y'all? I haven't bought them in a while. This is flat paint, which is what I like. And it's, the color is Behr. It's called No More Drama. And again, like I said, 2 or 3 years old. So this color may not be in existence anymore, but it was just like a good bright red that I liked. But yeah, you can have them color mix. And oh, I was going to look at the number of ounces in here. How many ounces are these? 7.25 ounces. And these are 2 ounces. So you get almost 4 times the paint. These are a good deal. Now that I really think about it, I should just buy these. I didn't even remember. Maybe they're a little bit more than that, but I swear they were only like $3. Oh, they're a tad over $5. Well, you know, inflation, right? Everything's more expensive now. But I guess that's still a good deal. That is still a good deal. If you really know a color that you like if you find a color that you love and you just want to buy like bigger containers of it and not run out as often. Now, there's something to be said for having your paint in little squirt bottles. I do like that for a lot of my colors. Okay, what I also do sometimes, y'all, is just do half of this at a time so that your paint doesn't dry. So we'll just do half. Let's see how pretty that is. So pretty and sparkly. And then I'm not going to dump that back in. I'm just going to, I'll do that at the end. So they're probably about the same price at Lowe's and Home Depot, I'm imagining. Does anybody know? Or the different brands, different prices? Like, are some of them cheaper than others? I bet you, I'm wondering if they raise the prices because they're on to us now. They're on to us who want artist paint, and they know they can get that much, instead of just $3 for a little painter. We're gonna come buy them all up and make them mix all these custom colors. They're probably like, yeah, we're gonna charge more for this, right? All right, and then we have one more firework to do. We're running out of space to put things as usual. Let's get this one. Same price pretty much. It's Cheerful Elf is the font. Oh, yeah, the America. You're right, that is Cheerful Elf. Now that you say that. I don't use that font very often, but every once in a while, it's like perfect for stuff. I have like my go-to fonts like Lemon Dreams and Clean Monogram. I can't remember, Monograph or Monogram. Magnolia used to be one of my go-to. I haven't used Magnolia in a while though. Boho, I love Boho. Sunshine. There's an America font that has stars cut out of it that I love. I use that one a lot for patriotic stuff. There's another one that's got like cutouts in it that I've been using lately. I can't think of the name of it. I'm kind of a font junkie, so I have a lot of them. That's why I can't remember the names of them. Boho, I know you can get from Creative Fabrica. Okay, there's our next glittered firework. So pretty, pretty and sparkly. And yes, you can I can't talk today, y'all. Yes, you can put the clear top coat, the spray, your clear spray varnish. You can spray over top of glitter. I would let it dry for 24 hours before I sprayed it, though. Okay, so see, I still have a lot of this. Whoops, y'all can't see. A lot of this glitter. It's almost full. So it really doesn't take very much glitter. Stick that over there. I'm gonna go to the dentist like covered in glitter today, y'all. Okay, what else do we need to paint? I was gonna see if I can get, now that this is dry, I can make this not look pink. I swear I'm making it worse. All right, well, we're gonna go back over it with red. We're just gonna go back and forth until we get this right. Oh, y'all, seriously, driving me nuts. All right, we're gonna do some accents with our white Posca pen. Oh, you transfer your paints into like, oh, into honey bottles, like squirt bottles? That's a good idea. All right, so this one. So we're just gonna do kind of, actually, no, we're not, because I forget this white pen is not, my fine tip Posca is not good. my regular like medium tip white. It's awesome. We're just going to do some swirls. Just some swirls on there. And then for the little petal, I'm just going to do like a couple of little thingamabobs. I'm just very lightly on here, just kind of doing some accents just to kind of, you'll see when I put it all together, it just makes it pop. I'm just like doing just like little white swoops on there, y'all. All right, the centers of these need another coat. Okay, and then I like to do these little dots on my flowers. I just think they're cute. And then I'm going to just do just some little swoopy things on my leaves. Oh, we need some more on our bike. Okay. All right. And our flag. Oh, our flag, y'all. The flag's getting on my nerves. It's not right. That's better. I think I saved it. Okay, that is much better. Okay, so now we need to put all our little pieces onto our backer. Make room. All right, we're gonna clean house here. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? No, all the pieces are done. I'm just missing that star. All right, before I put this together, let me show you how I do my wire. I know I've shown y'all this before, but if you have not seen it, where is my wire? Where are you, wire? And where are my snips? Here they are. Okay, so I'm going to take this fencing wire. It's 17 gauge fencing wire. Okay, it's from Tractor Supply. But as with everything, you can get it on Amazon. Or you can get something comparable on Amazon. All right, I'm cutting, I don't even know. I don't measure, y'all. I'm going to say this is like 18 inches-ish. And a lot of times I cut too much. I should probably measure it. Don't poke yourself in the eye with this. Ask me why I'm warning you for that. Ask me why. All right, so I kind of hang this off the edge of the table usually, but because that's not going to be on camera, I'm just going to show you this way. If I can get it on camera. Okay, so I've got my wire, okay, and I'm just going to feed it up through my holes. and make it even-ish, and make sure you have enough for like your little handle up here, okay? I'm sorry, I know that's barely on camera. So make sure you have enough for a handle. And actually, I did cut too much. You can probably cut less than that. All right, these do not need to be this long. I'm gonna cut a little bit off of them. All right, so then I'm gonna take my wire snips. Make sure you get wire snips that have the little cutter and then they have like, you know, the grippy thing. And I just grip it and then I start rolling it down. And I roll it down around like the fatter end. So you have, you know, your loops are not too small. And I roll this one out this way, like that. And then just kind of wiggle it out of there and push it down. And then this one I roll out. Like I roll them both like out towards the sides of the door hanger. And then wiggle it out, push it down, don't poke your finger, and you have your little hangy thing. Okay? So that's how I do that. And I like that better than twine. I'm not a big staple the twine to the door hanger person. Not a fan. But that's just a personal preference. Okay, we are going to get all of our pieces on here. And I'm probably going to glue them off camera because I have a dentist appointment that I need to get to. All right, so this needs to go pretty close towards the bottom down here so that everything will fit. And then the little basket and the little petal. And you can make your petal kind of position however you like. The flowers go like this. Don't you all love like fitting all the little puzzle pieces together? I do. Oh, and the flag goes back here like that. And then we're going to make sure we can fit everything before we glue it down. Like that. And then our stars. And like I said, there's supposed to be 4, but I lost one. Like that. So that's our door hanger. Now, like I said, these polka dots turned out a little dark for me. Not a fan, but I was live. I was running out of gray. Let me show you my finished door hanger that I made, like this one, where the polka dots aren't quite so obnoxious. So this is the one, you can see the difference. Oh, sorry. I like the color of this one better. It's just the gray is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to tell you, I think what I ended up doing with this one is I think I lightened up my lightest gray, which was gray sky. I think I lightened it even a little bit more with some white, and then maybe I left it regular. I'm not even sure that I might have used a little slate gray. I mix colors when I'm painting, y'all. So when I give you colors, it's sort of, sometimes I'll put a little white in, a little black in, whatever, just to kind of lighten, darken things up. It's just the way, you have to do it sometimes. So anyway, that is the finished door hanger. So like I said, this one is one of the files for May. So if you join tomorrow when we open, you get all those May files, plus you get all 5 of the bonus files immediately. They get delivered instantly to your inbox. You get the supply list for all of the monthly projects. I don't give a supply list for the bonus projects just because I'm going to be painting those live this week, so I don't even know what colors I'm going to use until I kind of get down to it. I can give you the fonts for them if you want that, but you get all the marketing photos. You get 50% off all my files for being a member. And like I said, there's the annual option now where if you join, it's normally $15 a month, but if you join for the year, then you get a year free. And if you're a current member and you want to switch to that, you can switch to that, but you just need to email me because I've got to get that switched over. But anyway, you can click the link to get on the waiting list. It's in the video description, or go to svgclubhouse.com, and that will get you signed up. That's going to be the same link tomorrow when we open to sign up. So right now the link takes you to the waiting list. Tomorrow it will take you to the sign up page. Okay. So don't let tomorrow go by if you want to join, because tomorrow's the day you get all those bonuses. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm going to be live painting the graduation door hanger at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see y'all there. And thanks so much. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.